I think I just heard my wife say what I think she said is back here. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay. Well,
it's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
It is the eve of brand new Weezer music. We get Weezer Gold tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. They are one of my 3 favorite bands. They are always one of my most listened to bands. I think the last 3 years they've been my most listened to band each year. They're going to be up there again this year because we're going to get a new album. I'm going to wear it out. I will say I have not loved all of the songs that have been out about this one. I like the song We Might As Well Be Strangers, one of the new singles. Shine Again was okay. And the new CEO song is going to take a while to grow on me, I think. But I love Weezer. I'm very excited for a new album. Let's do a quick rank the Weezer albums, knee-jerk reaction to this. Number 1, obviously, the Blue Album. Number 2, best Weezer album. I think I'm going to go with White Album. I think White Album is the second best one. Then I'm probably going to have to go back to Pinkerton. Then at 4, man, this is where it starts to get rough for me. I think it's going to be Red Album. And that one has a lot. That one just hit at the right time of my life. And so that one might just be completely based on where I was at when it came out. And number 5 is going to be Maladroit. No, Make Believe. Number 5 is Make Believe. Then we're looking at, I'm going to start getting into some of the new ones. I think number 6 might be Pacific Daydream because I love Mexican Fender so stinking much. And then we're going to have to do another. I can't just sit here and try to name the rest of them off the top of my head. Weezer has a lot of albums. I count the Seasons albums. They did Seasons. They did in 2022. They did spring, summer, autumn, winter. They created an album for each season. I kind of count this as one big album. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 albums. I'm going to go -1. I'm going to take away the Teal album, their covers. So 16, this will be their 16th album if you count all the Seasons albums together and you take the Teal one out. I love Weezer. I'm very excited for that tomorrow. Okay, I had a wild thing happen in this house, and it was, if you watch the video, I think I'm going to put it in there. If you watch the video before the episode starts, I don't know how I'm actually going to do that. Maybe it won't be on there. There might be a video, there might not be a video. I've got to figure that out because I don't know how it will affect the Spotify video. I don't know how this will work. Maybe we'll try it and see what happens. But if you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a video before it we're going to talk about now. The other day, I am going out. This was Monday? I'm going out. My wife had got groceries. She loves a good Target pickup. And so she got in the garage, pulled the car in the garage. Kids get out. She's like, hey, can you grab the groceries out of the back of the van? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I'm on my way out. Now, this is a husband move, and you're going to say, that's so rude. No, it's not. It's just smart and get over it. When my wife tells me to do something, she's like, hey, will you get the groceries out of the back of the van? You have to say yes very quickly and go do it right then. And this is not because if my wife says to do it, I need to do it right then. This is because you need to get up and get out of that room and do the thing, because if you stay in the room, more things are thought of. So you have to kind of just jump at it and get away from earshot so that you can't get piled on with the rest of the list. And then maybe if you take a little bit longer than you're supposed to, they'll forget about some of the stuff because some of it, be honest, is trivial. And so it's like, if you linger, it's like, hey, will you go in the garage and will you grab the groceries? I'm like, yeah. And if you book out there, that's what you've got. But if you linger, it's like, also when you're out there, like I noticed there was 2 things on one of the shelves that maybe need to be rearranged. Could you rearrange the shelves real quick? And then also I saw that there was something out in the front yard. I'm wondering what that was. Could you go take a picture of it? You just got to get out to the garage quick. And that's so I'm jumping out. I'm speeding out to the garage. And as I'm getting into the garage, so I'm not quite out of earshot, I swear I heard her say, and keep the fishing rods in the garage. I thought, that's a weird thing that I thought I heard her say. I could swear she mentioned fishing rods. We don't fish in this house. I don't know anything about it, but I swear that's what I heard. And I was like, okay, but I closed the door and I'm going to grab the groceries. And sure enough, I open up the trunk of the van and sunk, 2 fishing rods, boing, pop out cartoon style at my face. I grab them and I'm now the proud owner of 2 fishing rods as my wife. And she's talked about it for a while. I didn't know it was happening. My wife got fishing rods for the older kids and she wants to take them fishing. Now, I love this. This is when I saw them, I did chuckle, but I was also mortified, but I was also happy because I think the idea of going out fishing with the kids, wait, I can't do the whistle. I got to start low. I love the Andy Griffith of fishing. I think it's great. My problem is I've never really done fishing. I grew up in Venezuela, and the kind of fishing that Kenny and I did, everything we did with paper clips. We must have found a big bag of paper clips at one point in our lives because we used them. I think I've told you, we've used them for earrings. We use them as fishing hooks. We use them. I'm old now, and this is terrible. We use them with tape that we found. We would tape some of the paper clips, and then we would put the paper clips into electrical outlets and try to melt coins. So that's not smart. And that's what we did. So we must have found an abundance of paper clips at one time, but we used them as a fishing hook. So we'd get sticks, we'd get string, we'd find a worm, or Kenny would find some insect, and he'd put it on the end of the paper clip, and we'd hope to catch a fish in one of the rivers in Venezuela. And so that was my extent of fishing. I don't even remember. I think Kenny would catch them. I never touched the fish. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of grossed out by things. And so Kenny would do the whole fishing thing. But I was there in spirit and thought it was awesome. So I see these fishing poles, and I'm like, well, this is going to be a lot of YouTube videos for me, because I don't know the first thing about it, but I want to do this. And the fact that my wife got these is great because it forces the issue. Now we have to go fishing. We have them. They came with little tackle boxes. And so now we're in it. I'm just terrified of it because everything I've heard about going fishing. Oh, did I hit record on the video? Yes. Okay, I did. Everything I've heard about going fishing is that it's a nightmare with kids and that you spend most of the time untangling the fishing line, which I don't know what that means yet because I've never done it. So we're all going to learn together how to fish. And as excited as I am, I'm also terrified because I don't know what I'm doing. But what a thing to open the back trunk and just 2 fishing rods pop out. We are a go. We have launched into our fishing era. I asked this question to my buddies yesterday, and so I want to ask it to you. This is simply me providing you with an opportunity to take this with you and throw it out there to your friends or family as a conversation point, especially if you are thinking you're going to be faced at work or at home with discussions that are going to be more serious than you need them to be on a Thursday. So I'm going to try to get you an option to counter early. Boss, the boss is going to be coming in the office. Maybe you strike before they strike, and you provide them with a little better content than what they're going to provide you with, which is probably you doing more work. So let's say it's August 20th when I'm recording this, the day you listen to this. Starting tomorrow, all of your bills are taken care of. If you have kids, childcare taken care of. Any stressor in your life that prohibits you from doing things is taken care of. Okay, it's not like you're not getting millions of dollars, but everything that you need to survive a year without working is taken care of, and all the stresses of that are taken away from you. So you're not going into every day stressed out. This is important because of what we're going to be talking about. You get 1 year to get really good at something. And it's not like at the end of the year, you're going to be the best in the world at it. You just get 1 year starting tomorrow to go all in on learning something or learning about something or doing something, and you get a year to do that. Now, I use golf as the example. It's not the answer I wanted. It wasn't the answer that anyone I talked to wanted, but it's a good example because it's easy for me to use. If you chose golf and you want to spend a year golfing, you're going to get your fees covered at golf courses, so you're going to get a golf for free. Oh, hang on. What's up, dude?
Guess
What, dude? You what?
I
Uh-huh.
was reading it,
Uh-huh.
but then I won because I was Mario.
You won because you're Mario.
Yeah,
But-
somebody had the sword.
Someone had the sword,
Yeah, but I won.
but you won because you're Mario.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there. All right, dude. Awesome. So that's the man. So again, what are you gonna choose? You get a year. You get to dive into it. Like I said, with golf, things are paid for, so you don't have to worry about that. If you wanted lessons, you could get lessons. You just get to fully immerse yourself into the thing you choose to see how good you can get at it by the end of the year. What is your choice? Let me know. Hit me up on the YouTube. Hit me up on Spotify. Go to Sean'sLife.com. Let me know. I'll tell you what mine is, and then I'll give you some of the answers I got from buddies. I'm picking poker. And maybe this has been sparked from the fact that a guy from Spokane won the World Series of Poker, and I loved that story. But I've always liked poker. I thought it's really fun, and I wonder how good you could get playing for a year. So you're just playing nonstop. You get to play as much as you want. You've got no other responsibilities because things are being taken care of. So you can play morning, noon, night. You can play online. You can go play at live games, and you can go. Now with this, it's not like you go and if you win $1 billion, you get to keep it. This needs to be just a year. I don't want you to don't break the rules. I guess you can if you want to be the boring cheezo who decides to take this question and try to hack it and try to find whatever the what was this Skyrim thing where you could just spam the same weapon 50 million times. If you want to hack the game, go ahead. That's on you. But you've lost the concept of the game. I think one of the guys I work with said drift racing, which I thought was kind of fun. Ben said that. We also talked about mechanics. If you could spend a year just learning about cars, it would be kind of nice. For those of us who know nothing, it'd be kind of nice. But also, I don't know that I would enjoy that every day going in and learning about cars. That would be a year where I would be happy when the year is done. I also don't think if I said I'm going to dial in on cars for a year, I don't think I would get as into it as other things. I think I would fall off it. I would do like 1 hour a day. And at the end of the year, I would have just wasted a year. You're doing whatever, but I would have wasted a year of learning something and diving all the way into it. Andy said instruments, which I love. You get some good lessons. You get piano, you get guitar, maybe a little vocal lessons, and you get to just really pour into learning some instruments because there is a power in going somewhere where there's a guitar and just picking it up and playing whatever. And in a year, if you really went all in, I think you could get good enough to pick up a guitar and just play it. You're not going to be the best guitar player in the world, but you're going to be proficient in guitar playing. The other one I wanted to throw out there is card tricks. I think card tricks are awesome. And if you took a year training, you had someone who could show you the ropes, show you how to do it, and every day you spent 4 to 8 hours, just grinding away at learning card tricks. I think you could get so good at card tricks by the end of the year. And I still think they're the greatest sidewalk show in the game. I think at a party, they're amazing. I will never forget going to a get-together, and this guy was there. I believe his name was Chris, and he started doing card tricks. And I remember the original thoughts. Hang on. What's up, bro?
What, Dad?
Tell me about it.
I was the real Mario.
You were the real Mario,
But now I won again.
but you won again with the real Mario. Who'd you beat?
I beat the real one.
You beat the real Mario. So you were Mario, you beat the real Mario.
Yeah. And it was super good. And I
Super
beat
good.
This one.
And he won. All right, we love Super Smash Brothers right now at the house. This guy, I'm sure his name was Chris. We were all at this get together, and he started doing some card tricks. And I remember the first comment someone made, and it's probably just out of jealousy, but it was like, "Oh, who's doing card tricks?" And everyone kind of looked over like, what is going on there? Like, what, you just doing card tricks? Kind of like, it's kind of lame. About 20 minutes later, every single person, now I love card tricks, so I knew I was going to be suckered in. But in about 20 minutes, every single person was over and he was doing card tricks and he owned the room, just owned it. I mean, everyone was locked into it because it's so awesome. They're so fun. They are great. So I might do card tricks. Card tricks are awesome. I have little kids. They also would think they're super cool. So there you go. What would your answer be? Go ahead and hit me up on YouTube. Hit me up on Spotify. Let me know. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. I got to learn to fish.